stop what you're doing and pay close attention, because everything that I've been talking about has been pumping massively. Troll right now just reached 100 million market cap, and I've been mentioning it on my show since 3 million market cap. Momo is absolutely exploding. Everything is bullish right now. The bonk meta is ready and set to explode again after this very tiny pullback. So you need to watch until the end, because I'm going to break down all the alpha, everything happening on the market that actually matters, so you can actually make some money trading while everyone else is just stuck waiting for BTC to pump. Stay tuned until the end. There's a ton of alpha, there's a lot of things happening, and you need to watch this show because I'm going to put a lot of different tickers on this show. So if you want to know the next 7 coins that have the most potential, you got to watch until the end. Thank you very much. No time to waste today because everything is exploding. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Alright, here we are, my friends, with Momo. Momo started absolutely exploding from the bottom, just as I predicted. You essentially had like 3 chances to scoop this very, very cheap. You could have bought between 25 and 19.9 million market cap. I can tell right now, I don't think that you're gonna get a better chance at Momo. I think this is bottom. Once it breaks the 25 million market cap, it's gonna be very, 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 very fast until all-time highs. There's some very special news that I can't tell you, but you are gonna see in the next few days, and those news are probably also gonna help us propel into all-time highs. And essentially, we're gonna hit escape velocity. There's a ton of that weight right now, okay? Majority of meme coins here, they die. Momo is special. I mean, you look at the chart. The chart says everything. And once you reach escape velocity, what we're gonna do is something very similar to what Troll is doing. The Troll people had to wait 2 months, okay? 2 months of sideways action, and it was oscillating a lot. The sideways action for 2 months was between 27 million and 10 million market cap, and it just kept oscillating. Then once it hit escape velocity, 100 million, which, by the way, Troll at 100 million is probably a better buy than the vast majority of tickers out there. But continuing on with Momo, once we reach escape velocity, I see something very similar to Troll happening. The difference is we are listed in even more exchanges. Like, we're now at like 8 exchanges. Exchanges love Momo for some reason. I mean, I know the reason. Good volume, good holders. It's literally a cult now, and good distribution. That's something many of these other coins don't have. They don't have good distribution. Troll has amazing distribution because it had 2 months, you know, to swap hands with bad holders or people that had too much, and now it has amazing distro as well. Going on to the next one, which is 𝗲𝗏. I told you guys to grab 𝗲𝗏 twice, at 17 and at 16 million market cap. Bounced, but you know, it just wasn't quite ready. Then the market pulled back, and you had a second chance here at 19 million market cap, and I think now it's going to bring new all-time highs, and that should be a trade of something like 300. You know, it's going to be a 4 or 5x. I would recommend taking profits close to all-time highs, so then you can just ride 𝗲𝗏𝗥𝗧𝗏 with a moon bag. This is very interesting. As I stated a lot of times previously, 𝗲𝗏𝗥𝗧𝗏 is a fork of Solana. It's not just a meme coin. It's a chain, a layer 1. They call it trash chain. Kind of funny, but it's backed by big people, so I think it's going to do well. Nothing to add on 𝗲𝗏 other than it's going up. Then we have bonk. Now, bonk didn't held support at 2.5. Previous resistance, right here, resistance. It just didn't help. So it's going to go into the next support line, which is where it's at right now, at 2 billion market cap, or 1.98 or 1.88 to be more precise, which matches this resistance, this resistance. I guess you can kind of say this resistance here also in 1st of May 2024, and also 27th of March 2024, and also very close to the candle close of 17th of December, right here above me, 2023. This line right here, resistance, resistance, resistance here again, right here with this gray trend line, which is this resistance support downwards trend line, which got broken and essentially says, yeah, parabola, the whole move starting. So what this means is very simple. It's probably going to bounce here. Worst case scenario, it comes to the trend line, which is at 1.63, but I don't think it's going to go that low. I think this is where bonk is going to bounce. So if you want to trade something liquid, if you even want to trade something with leverage, we have a BITUNIX link there. You can trade bonk, but I think the best place to start grabbing bonk right now is on 𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏. I would just stack some limit orders just a little bit below as well, like at 2 billion right here. I would stack limit orders right here. Look, buy market, buy dip. I would leave some here at 2 billion. I would leave some slightly above at like 2.1 when it comes to take profits. I would leave just some close to something like 6 billion market cap. So you can get a 3 to 4x on this trade. You could get a very, very liquid 3 to 4x. The reason why I would leave at 6 to 7 billion market cap is because this was the FDV of Pump.Fund's launch. Pump.Fund is competing with the Bonk.Fund app. Bonk is the ticker. So I think if it's dominating the market and it flipped Pump.Fund on like basically every single metric out there, then why shouldn't it top at 7 to 6 billion market cap when it's actually better right now? It should. Look, the team is supporting, or they're starting to, and everyone's trading there. All the meme coins that appear on bonk versus troll, they just work out better on bonk. I don't see why it's not going to go to 6-7 billion market cap. I just don't. And it's a meme coin, so it would probably go there regardless, as being Solana's premier meme coin. There's also this feature when it comes to 𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏. By the way, this is a very interesting feature. You can see what's happening on groups. For example, I want to see what Orangey right now is trading, and you can come on this group feature and you can sort of see what they're buying and selling. It's like an advanced alpha tracker that no other of these platforms have. has. Only Padre does. So, oh, let me see what's happening on Potion. Let me see what's happening on this FNF group. It's kind of dangerous, but you can see what these cabals are, trying to make trend, trying to make it pump, and you can grab it first, before they start chilling it on X. Because they also have the X tracker. The X tracker is interesting, but this is like grabbing the trade even before it trends on X. And when it starts trending inside these FNF groups and inside these insider groups, it's very cool. And so you can see here like, oh, okay, this meme is a Potion meme. This is a tag meme. This is a cryptic meme. And you can see exactly who's the influencer or who's the group, who's the alpha group, the Discord group that's actually pushing. Where is this meme coming from? Look, this meme got 15 mentions on Potion. 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 probably has it, Orangey probably has it. This is actually pretty useful. And I would say it's the most useful tracking tool out there in the market. I would say it's more important even than X trackers, to be completely honest. But you can check it here on Padre, and you can outtrade X in YouTube if you're inside some of these people's Discords. Anyways, continuing, 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛. 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 just didn't want to retrace. So I need to retrace. Like, that's how I trade. I'm not just gonna buy tops unless maybe it's troll. But when it comes to 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛, I'm just not. I need an entry. Like, at least give me 14 to 11 million market cap. So 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 is one of the best performing right now on Pump Fund. There's basically like 2 meme coins on Pump Fund right now. There's 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 and there's troll. This one's doing pretty well. The Spirit of Gambling chart looks great. It's kind of being a little bit surprised on these wicks, but which I don't know. It indicates that maybe we're gonna see a pullback soon. Maybe 40 million, maybe even 50 million. Anyways, the risk right here, the risk reward right here is pretty bad. You're gonna buy something at like 25, 27 million market cap that can actually go down to 5 million, or 14 to 11 million market cap you could buy for less than half the price. So you're risking losing 70 to 50, 60% of your bag for a reward of what? Less than a 2x? Yeah, this is not a good buy here. I don't think so. Unless they have like massive insider cabal play. But the meme is pretty weird, and I think that's the appeal of it. I do need an entry, so I'm looking at 14 million, and preferably like my actual like entry, good entry would be close to 5 million market cap. Anywhere between 5 and like 7 million market cap, I think. You can just go on Padre, stack limit orders there, go to sleep. They don't expire. Just let them, whatever. You can even forget about the meme, and then like a month from now, this thing is at 5 mil, or maybe a little bit higher, 7 mil, 6 mil. Your limits got hit, and you're in profits. Then finally, we have troll. It hit the 2.6 fib line extension. This is a very significant. Usually, I tell people 2.6, you take 80% of your bag, and then you leave another 10 to 20%. Maybe you can offload at 4.2, or you can just hold as a moon bag for months in case this thing goes to a billion market cap. There's a meme coin on Pump.fun, on the trenches in Solana right now. They can actually go to a billion market cap. It's troll. It's proven itself. It's an actual meme, and it could be up there with like 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 and all these others. Then we have Momo, also $1 billion potential right here. It's more like SHIB. It's not really like trying to compete with 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 or these online sort of like nerdish 4chan memes. It's its own thing, retail appeal. 𝗲 could be a good trade. I don't think a billion market cap, but 100 mil would be like a good exit for 𝗲. 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛, I need a good entry, make a 2 or 3x trade, exit. Troll probably gonna go to a billion market cap, but you should take profits right now. Okay, 111, the 2.6 fib, like just take some small profits. At least, leave a moon bag if you want to take at 175, or I actually think it's gonna go to like 300 to 100 million market cap. It might take a month or two or a couple of weeks. I do think it's worth the wait. But right here, if you were stacking, you're essentially up tenfold. Like, could have scooped troll right on this white rectangle here, even below 10 million market cap. Like, you could be up over tenfold on troll, which is pretty good with almost 4 million in the LP. If you compare the LP of these other coins, they have like 20 million. They usually top at 20 million in the liquidity pool. Like, troll can 10x on the LP, which would mean it will probably go to like a billion market cap. It can happen, probably higher than a billion market cap, to be honest. But right here, first take profit target, in my opinion. At least sell 20%, take some profits, so you can chill. So like I was saying, 100 mil means a 10x trade if you were scooping at the bottom. If you were watching my show a couple of months ago, just like Free is saying, I'm starting to see a pattern here. Look, liquidity on troll, 3.5 mil. On Fartcoin, on MOG, on SPX, 20 mil. I told you SPX was gonna play Fartcoin in terms of liquidity. Like, liquidity is what you should be looking at. Liquidity is king. That's what the biggest meme is the one that's the most liquid right now, of course. 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 on chain. I think maybe Shiba Inu has more than 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛. I haven't checked, but Shiba Inu is of course like the on-chain king of all time. But SPX flipped Fartcoin. It's now the most important meme coin on the market, and it's kind of like the one leading it. Whereas stuff like 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛, stuff like Giga is kind of ruined, and it's gonna be flipped by troll for sure. But stuff like 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛, it's just too heavy, and I think the retail normies coming in are not gonna be as interested in 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 as they might be interested in stuff like, for example, SPX, even stuff like Popcat, and I would even argue troll. Like, I don't think 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛 going forward has as much retail appeal as the dog coins and the normie memes that everyone used to love on 9gag, like troll. Then on post chain, just as I predicted, 𝗏𝗏 exploded to 1.3 million market cap. I think the first target is like something like 5 to 4 million maybe if you look at top line, but I do think it's gonna overextend after, maybe corrects a little bit, and then it's gonna go to like 20 to 12 million market cap. This is my actual, this is where I think you should take maybe 50% of your profits here, between 10k and 12 million market cap, because I've been looking at some post chain meme coins, and I think that's where they like top. There's not a ton of liquidity there, but I do think that with the whales connected, people like Rackham here, look at this shit, look at this. It's on the the news. He's putting this on the news. Binance Square, DMR News, Street Insider. It was even on AP, Associated Press. Like, this guy has good connections. Whose meme coin is on AP? I think it's only this one. So Rakam has pretty good connections, and he has good money to just, you know, put whatever he wants on the news and attract new retail and attract a completely different type of audience. I do think he sees his dog meme coin as a marketing plot to increase interest in pulse chain as well. But that's what he does. He works with PR. He knows a ton of celebrities. I wouldn't fade him. I think if you're fading Brian on pulse chain, you're fading the biggest whale on pulse chain. Whales are like people with 100 mil plus. He's got a lot of money. Like, I wouldn't fade him. So if you're selling here, I think you don't understand who the person behind this is. You don't understand their pull. I know for a fact he literally got Limp Bizkit and Quarren to buy pulse chain, and he has like a ton of other celebrities out there. I wouldn't fade him, and I think this is the only meme coin on pulse chain that has any potential going forward, to be completely honest. So yeah, I think it's gonna pump a lot. Also, pulse chain still on its way up, just as I predicted on my previous videos. There's not much to add. It's just going up. There's gonna be mass marketing appeal on pulse chain once the Richard Heart marketing with 200,000 devices with free pulse chain hits the wealthiest addresses in the United States, just like it did with Hex. Go look at what happened to Hex. I think pulse chain can do even better than Hex because it's better, in my opinion. It's a layer one. Hex is just like meme, you know, trying to compete with like Bitcoin or something. Like, give me a break. That's very, very hard. Pulse chain, on the other hand, is a layer one. Layer ones just do well. Look at GAR. It's a layer one on a testnet. 1.5 mil liquidity, 30 mil market cap. This thing could go like to hundreds of millions, maybe even a billion. Pulse chain has a better community than any other L1 out there. Maybe XRP can compete with Pulse chain's community, and it's sitting at like 30 million market cap as well. If you exclude Richard Heart coins, which never move, and if you exclude also Rakam's coins, it has a ton of the supply. Him and Richard are like have all the supply. They're not moving as well. So I do think it has potential, and it can absolutely move and outperform every single layer one out there. And then what do you think happens to the main meme coin on the chain that can outperform? Like, there's people out there that are buying Phantom, aka Sonic. Sonic right now, 900 million FDV. Like, this is a ghost chain. No one cares. It's absolute crap. I've actually used it. It's a piece of shit. Not gonna lie, it's literal shit. The Sonic guys, if you put them all together in a room, this is what they can create with all the industry influence behind them, with all the access, with all the exchanges. This is all they can do. It's absolute trash. You give Richard Heart a camera and he will send this shit to 300 billion market cap with no Binance, with no OKX, with no Bybit. If he has Binance, if he has OKX, if he has Bybit, forget, man, this is like literally gonna be the next XRP. That's the potential on pulse chain. What do you think happens to the main whales dog meme coin there? Like, the people selling here, I gotta be honest, they're kind of dumb or poor. If you're poor, okay, no issues, but I don't think you understand the potential of Riot. When it comes to Momo, look, there's some news I can't say, but it's gonna propel this to escape velocity next. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you very much. See you guys tomorrow.